After that, what became of Damodar Leela? Who will tell? Oh, in a brief, you should tell. Krishna became an age of 2.5. All in Brajbhar, making merry, and Krishna was stolen butter here and there, and they began to complain with Yashoda for this. And then what began?
So the elderly gopis, they were complaining to Mother Yashoda that your son is coming to our house and he's stealing mutton. Krishna would
Yes.
Go with Balaram and friends. They would climb up on grinding mortar in the houses of the other gopis, and Krishna would get the butter, yogurt, and he would start to eat and give to friends. The monkeys would come. He would start to feed the monkeys. And so the gopis in the homes, they would come and find Krishna and rebuke him. And Krishna, being young boy, he would get
Not young boy.
baby.
Baby of 2.5 years.
Baby, Krishna being baby.
Quite naked. Here, there.
So he,
Taking butter everywhere. With it. So little boy. Very naughty.
so as naughty boys do, when they don't get their way, then Krishna would fall down on the ground. He'd pass urine. He'd run to the little babies that were there in the other houses, and he would, pinch their teeth. And then the kids start crying. He'd grab the calf by the tail, and they start rolling him around. So in this way, Krishna was bringing
Sometimes giving hands in the mouth of dogs.
hands in the mouth of the
Yes. Sometimes quarreling, wrestling with very big bulls or began to climb up on their ears. So many things.
So in this way, Krishna, he was such a naughty boy. And the residents of Vrindavan, they'd be, on one hand, they'd be in ecstasy, seeing these pastimes and enjoying these different pastimes. But then they'll go to Mother Yashoda, and they say, your boy Krishna, your babe Krishna, he's such a naughty boy. He comes, he's stealing the mutton, he's stealing the yogurt, and he's urinating on the floor, he's making the babies cry, he's drinking so much. What's wrong? So in this way,
What they complain to Yashoda? Do you know?
what they complain? Do you not have? No. No, I don't know.
Because the pastimes of Krishna were so pleasant that all gopis wanted that Krishna should come daily in my house and he should play here and I will taste all these things. So they were seeing that Yashoda is not tasting anything boyhood pastimes. So she should be called and she should also see like us these very beautiful and sweet pastimes. So they complained, not complaining, but they are telling that, oh Yashoda, your voice, how beautiful, how sweet movement, how sweet playing. You don't know, you should try to know. And that is why in the shape of complaints, that all the things that they are complaining. But actually not complaining, to say that, oh, Yashoda is not so much fortunate to see like us. That is why they are saying. Then?
So Mother Yashoda, she would call Krishna and say, Krishna, is this true? You're eating mutton. And then Krishna would say,
you should not tell the stool and the urine. Try to avoid only all these beautiful pastimes.
So Krishna, you say, many makankaya. He says, Mother, I have not taken makan.
I have not stolen.
I have not stolen makan.
And I'm not.
And then
No.
Mother Yashoda says, so why is your mouth whitish? So Krishna, he's blackish, and there's some beautiful scenes with Krishna with the yogurt, the butter still smeared on his mouth. And he's saying, no, I haven't taken makan. And Mother said, but look at your mouth. So she would chastise Krishna and keep Krishna home. And then the gopis from the other place, from the other houses.
Oh, why your mouth is like so? Why? Krishna answered that a monkey came and he was taking butter from my hand. I was not eating, and I was driving that monkey from there, from your house. I am guarding. But that monkey came naughty and gave. But why your hands are full of butter? Oh, you don't know. My mother has given a very golden and thorough necklace and one
Bracelet.
Here.
Bracelet.
Bracelet.
Yes.
And it is so warm. Huh? So warm. So I thought that it is burning sensation. So I said, give my hand in this. Only to
cool it down.
Cool down. No second. Once a gopi caught hold him, red-handed.
Caught him red-handed.
Red-handed. When he was giving hands in the pot, and a gopi who was there, standing anyhow behind a pot anywhere, and she at once catch hold of him. What are you doing? You are telling curd or butter? No butter. What you are doing? Oh, my cock has fallen in this pot. And I am touching him. Oh, where is your cock? Cock cannot fall down in this little vessel. Oh, I am making you so. And he gave hands and took a marble cock from there. My father has given. I was playing with him. He fell down and so like this. Go on now. So many beautiful pastimes. Very sweet. It will take so many days to explain all.
So the gopis, they would, after some time, Krishna was reprimanded by Mother Yashoda. She would keep him at home. So then the gopis, they would, because Krishna wasn't coming to their house anymore, and they're missing Krishna, then they would go to Mother Yashoda and say, where's Krishna? Why he's not coming to our house? Because Krishna, as Prabhupada explained in Krishna book, that Krishna is the Sunasaur of everybody in Vrindavan. That even though the gopis, they have their children, but still their pity, their love for Krishna is even more than for their own kids. Is that right? Yeah. So this this Sudha Vatsalya pity was so strong that always, even though they're complaining, but at the same time they're completely enjoying the pastimes of Krishna. So Mother Yashoda, she's thinking that why Krishna has to go and take mutton and curd from other houses? Is it do we not have good mutton? Am I deficient in any way? So she was thinking, and then she said, maybe it must be because the maidservants, how they're making. So she decided that I will make myself, and then I'll be able to keep Krishna at home. So she got up in the morning very early. She was making, she was boiling the milk, and then Krishna woke up and Krishna started to cry. So she went over and she went to breastfeed Krishna. While she was breastfeeding Krishna, meantime, then the milk, it was boiling over. So Gurudev explained in Australia that how Mother Yashoda, she's directly doing service for Krishna. But even though she's relishing her direct service, but to engage others, she sees that the milk is boiling over, and the milk will not have the opportunity to engage in service, so she goes over to, the milk was committing suicide in this way, by just boiling over, because milk was saying that, oh, Mother Yashoda is feeding Krishna, I will not get a chance to serve. So in this way, she goes over to take care of the milk. So then Krishna, he sees that Mother Yashoda has neglected him, and because Krishna is very naughty, then he starts to pout and get angry. So then he picks up a rock.
What? He can take Govardhan on his finger, but he could not even take that paw. Then he tried to make a hole on the upper side, but it was so thick, the paw. But in the bottom it is so very fine. So he knew this fact and he at once did a hole in the bottom so that all things go.
So after he's done his mistress, then he'd done his mistress and understanding that he was going to get chastised for it, so then he went off and went off to hide. So then Mother Yashoda, she came back and then she saw that all the yogurt that is just dripping out from the pot. So she understands that, oh, it's Krishna, naughty Krishna's done this. So then she goes to looking for Krishna. Then she finds Krishna. Oh, she goes to look for Krishna. Meantime, Krishna has gone to another house with his friends and the monkeys, and he's got a grinding mortar. He's turned it upside down and he's gotten on top, and he's starting to feed all the different monkeys. He's taking a little bit, feeding, and then the monkeys.
Why two monkeys?
Huh?
Why two monkeys?
Because those same monkeys, and previously they were with Krishna when Krishna was in manifested as Lord Ramachandra, and at that time those monkeys they came and they helped Krishna in the battle, and they didn't have anything to eat. They performed all kinds of austerities, and Lord Ram, he did not repay them with any food. So now Krishna is thinking that now these same monkeys, they've done all this austerity, so now let me feed them. So he was feeding the monkeys, and the monkeys,
Also there is a hidden thing. Krishna is thinking. Krishna giving a teaching and lessons all. That the curd and the makhan, which is not sweet, it should be given to monkeys and animals and all these things. Only sweet, love, affection, I will take. Those who are bitter, only anyone loves Krishna for his own gain, then Krishna gives this to monkeys like, I will not take. Understand this fact, what I am telling? And sweet means only for devotion of Krishna. If we will give our heart, everything, then it is so sweet, then Krishna can taste it. Otherwise, no. So, bitter means the bhakti mixed with jnana and karma. No? It is bitter. If anything we want, worldly things, then its bhakti is mixed and it becomes bitter. So Krishna is giving like this, giving this teaching. Go on.
So the monkeys, as monkeys, their habit is when they're doing something, they always look. They know who's behind them, very, very quick. So the monkeys, they saw Mother Yashoda coming with that stick, and they just fled. And Krishna, he was still going to feed, but there was no hand taking. So then he looked around, and then he saw Mother Yashoda coming. Mother Yashoda's angry, stern look coming towards him. So Krishna, very, very fearful, he jumped off of the grinding mortar, and then he started to run. So, explain that Krishna, he's running from Mother Yashoda, but he's not running away just in a straight line, but he's running in a zigzag way, like he's trying to avoid Mother Yashoda. And Mother Yashoda, it's explained that she has very thin waist but big hips, and she's running after him, but she's starting to perspire. She has some flowers, braids are coming loose, flowers are starting to drop, and she's running and trying to catch Krishna, but she's just really coming so close, but she has this determination that I must catch him.
The yogis, by mind, they cannot touch the lotus feet of Krishna. Jarasandha Kal Yaman, they could not follow Krishna and they could not touch Krishna. Even Sanak Sanandan Sanatan, by mind they cannot touch Krishna. But this Yashoda, being a gopi, some partners was there, but still she ran more than Patidevi. His affection to Krishna was more than affection of Krishna to her mother. Understand what I told? Again repeat.
You said
that is why she cried so.
You said that even though Mother Yashoda, she was a little bit fattening, but she was able to run faster than Krishna because her affection towards Krishna was greater than his affection towards her.
This cannot be touched by Jarasandha, Kali Janan and all other yogis. But Yashoda quickly ran and catch hold of Krishna. Then after? So,
when finally she caught Krishna, and he was, Krishna, he had the stick in her hand. Krishna was very fearful. His tears coming from his eyes, and at the same time he's rubbing his eyes with his hands, and the tears are falling down. And in a very fearful way, he asked his mother to throw away the stick. So then she realizes that she has the stick, and then she throws away the stick, and then she decides that she's going to deal with this naughty child and bind him up with rope. So she gets some rope.
Yashoda told, I will teach you less. No, mother, don't do so. Don't do so. And he began to be. Then why you broke the fast? I have never break the fast. Who broke it? You yourself. How? When you were running so fast, this ankle was just in
the bottom part.
And it was broken. You could not solve that because you were hurried. But I was. Then she told that, oh, you are very big thief, very naughty and thief. Mother, I am not thief. In my dynasty of Nanda Baba, never thief. But it may be that in your days, dynasty, so many thieves are there. I am doing so much.
So she's thinking that, yes, I must bind him up to teach him a lesson. So she got some rope and she tried to bind up Krishna, but the rope was too short. It was
No, rope was so long.
the rope was so long, but
But
it
then
came 2 inches too short. Two
she
fingers.
could not wrap one time even. She tightened another. And it became 1 mile, more than 1 mile. But even 2 fingers short, not one time also it was. Then
So
all gopis were clapping. That Brahma means creator, has not written here of Krishna that he will be binded. Never he will be binded. If you try from morning to sunset, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, years and years, you cannot bind. And they began to call. Then Yashoda was so worried. Even being a boy from my home, and I cannot tighten him. His mouth became red, his face. And the tears were dancing in her eyes. And she was so worried. At the same time, she prayed for Narayan. Oh Narayan, keep my shame. हमारी लज्जा को रखिए. Why I should not cry, my child? So please be helpful to me. At once Krishna knew this fact, and he became bound. What are these 2 fingers were there?
the 2 fingers represent sadhana and kripa, mercy. Gurudev gives the explanation of Ramanu Sampradaya, that you have 2 parties. One is kitten logic and the other is the monkey logic. The one group, they say that by sadhana, then one will be able to achieve the ultimate goal of life. So that is like the monkey. The monkey holds on to the mother from underneath, and the mother jumps here and there all over the place. We see in Vrindavan, Mathura, so many monkeys. And if the baby monkey ever falls from the mother, then the mother will never pick up the monkey, because see that the mother will think that this baby has become this baby is unfit, not qualified. And then the other school of logic is kitten logic, where they feel themselves completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Just as the cat grabs the kitten in the mouth and goes here and there, and the kitten is just limp and just completely dependent on the mother. So Gurudev is explaining, but we take both. That there should be sadhana, that there should be endeavor. That endeavor should be there, where one is, just as Mother Yashoda herself also showing, this determination that I must catch Krishna. So similarly, we should have that determination despite so many obstacles, the mind going here and there, bad karma, this, that, so many things that still, that we have no sukriti, this and that, we have a tendency to talk or laugh or joke, but still, I must catch Krishna by this sadhana. But then at the same time, we should understand that by the sadhana alone, that we cannot actually catch Krishna. But we have to receive the mercy, the kripa. But by showing the sincerity and purpose in performing the sadhana, then this melts the kripa shakti. This melts Krishna's heart. Or most specifically, it melts the heart of Gurudev. And when by Gurudev's mercy, because he's carrying the kripa, that's why Guru is called Krishna Kripa Sri Murti, that he is the manifested form of Krishna's kripa. And by seeing the sincerity of purpose in the devotee, then he bestows the mercy by which one can bind up Krishna with the rope of love. So this is the